Hi guys, it's Mia and this is discussion board 8. So the first question that we talked about is how do you build trust in teams? So Ed Franzone mentioned this in his video about how trust is a major component for teams. And I think you build trust in teams by just depending on each other. At first, you're taking a risk by counting on someone to do something that's completely out of your control, and they definitely could let you down, so that's a risk you're taking. But as you start to rely on your team members and they start holding up their end of the bargain, then you start to build that trust and you keep relying on each other and kind of, for more and more responsibility, depend on each other more and more. And I think that builds a deeper version of trust. But then trust definitely can be broken. And when it's broken, it can be really bad. I also think it can be repaired, but it is really delicate. And as soon as one person in the team doesn't really hold up their end of the bargain, or follow through on work that they promised, or do what's best for the sake of the team, that's when that trust is broken. And yeah, it can be repaired, but it's probably not as easy as it sounds. So I think the person that, the broke trust can keep working on it, but there's always that shadow of a doubt because they broke it once before. We never know if they'll do it again. So I think, yeah, it can be repaired, but it'll never be the same as if it wasn't broken. And then in regard to, we also talked about, Belbin's team roles. And I think of the 9 roles, the 2 I play most frequently are the implementer and the resource investigator. I think most often the implementer because I'm organized. I'm always ready to go to the action, whether it be on a project or an assignment. I'm very work oriented and I like to spend a lot of time on the project. However, I do think I'm a bit of a control freak, so that's my downfall, I guess, that it kind of mentions with this role. I'm very inflexible. I do kind of like things done my way, so when more ideas kind of come into the mix, I'm very apprehensive, so that could be very tough. And then in regards to resource investigator, I think my personality just lends itself well to that. I think I'm very outgoing and I really like making connections. I'm very chatty, so I think, that helps a lot with that role. And then in regards to part 2, just kind of some questions. So one time that I was successful in a group project last year was in another small group communication class. It worked so well because we focused on constant communication. We had a group chat, and then we also met weekly for in-library meetings. And from the beginning, we had a clear set plan and a clear goal, so we couldn't stray away there. And then I think my advice for other teams and how to be successful would just be never to be afraid to communicate or reach out to your group members if you're not sure. It's always better to ask than to kind of guess and cause bigger problems down the road. And then on the opposite spectrum, a group project that went very poorly for me was one at my job training. We were going through Mac training to learn how to fix software for Apple, and we were paired into groups. And a lot of strong personalities tried to rival each other, and we spent so much time bickering that we kind of lost focus on the goal and did not do very well. So my advice there would be to overcome personal differences and focus on the end goal since it's the most important. Okay, bye.